Hello everyone and welcome to another video in TSW4 where we are back on the remastered Cathcart Circle line with the somewhat new Class 380 Desiro for the which is a new local DLC for this route and also comes with a brand new timetable. So we get two different versions of the 380. We get the 3-car version, which is the Stroke 0, and the Stroke 1, which is the 4-car version. So yeah. It looks really good. Dovetail have actually done... Wow. That is actually really good. They've actually done an exceptional job modeling this unit. Despite all I say about... A lot of what I say about them is that they're trash and about their business practices and stuff like that. But that all gets thrown out the window today because the 380 is actually really, really good. I actually need to increase my field of view. What the heck? So, yeah, as you can see with the new timetable... Glasgow Central is a hotbed of activity. We've got a 385 over here, and whoops, another 385 over here, 314, a 380, two 380s, and a 158, and another two 380s. So yeah, it's really good that they. Oops, wrong way. The reverser is the opposite of what you'd think it is. Now. Full disclosure, I am running a sound mod from TSW4 for this unit, and because I think the sounds, despite the sounds from Dovetail being pretty good on their own, I still think they, with the sound mod, they are even better. The heck is that? Wait a minute. I swear there was an NPC on the tracks trying to clamber up there, but she's gone now. There's an NPC? Like a little passenger, train passenger running around. There's a 314. Love the 314. Very good unit. Alright, we've got to wait another 50 seconds and then we can head off to Newton, which is our terminus point for the day. I've been wanting to try the 380 for ages, but haven't really had the opportunity. I bought it like a couple of months back, but hadn't had the opportunity to fully try it out yet. So here's where the CCTV feeds would be, but they're obviously not there. We've got the usual semi-functional GSMR. We've got this screen over here. I don't really know how to work it, but it shouldn't matter too much, should it? We've got an old-fashioned analog dial. We've got, yeah, a very functional, clean, modern cab design. Alright. Let's go. Listen to the sounds 1 second. TSW165 did a really good job. Oh my gosh, that's way too quick. Ah! Alright, here we go. So what of the stops we've got today? Pollock Shields East, Queen's Park, Cross Hill, Mount Florida, Kings Park, Croftfoot, Burnside, Kirkhill, and Newton. Love to see it. Oh! The 380 was one of the units updated with the new dynamic suspension. Look at this. Boing, 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 boing. So it looks as though in my previous video, the Class 47 actually wasn't affected as much as the 380 is, presumably because the 47 is heavier and doesn't bounce as much. That's what my assumption is anyway. Oh, 20-mile-an-hour limit. Let's go. There's another 380. Like, with the new timetable update, it's excellent. Like, the timetable feels very busy, very realistic. Yep. Alright, we do have a red signal before the next stop. Have we got someone ahead of us? We don't. That's strange. Oh, signals seem to have updated. And... oh, I love that. I love the new dynamic suspension update. So cool. Despite it be... honestly, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that the update was worth the wait. I know it was very late and that was an advertised feature TSW4, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say it was worth the wait because it is very, very good, very realistic. Let's give it like 4% power just to try to maintain our speed up here. Oh, I could go to 25 miles an hour and I didn't even notice. I'm such a good train driver, chat. I've also got all the safety systems on, so this should be it. If one of them screams at me, this should be interesting. After I finish the service, I should go over to Shields Depot and have a look over there because I haven't actually had a look over there yet. I'm actually very quiet in the cab. Can I open the window? Oh, yes. Windows have good sound. Oh, actually, I'll close the window on this side and just have it open on the left side. Pretty good sounds on the whatchamacallit, the horn. Why are the screens just black? That's a major distraction. Ooh. That's a good sound. Oh, 158. Nice. .158 certainly increases the amount of realism on this route. Keep forgetting it's a combined power and brake handle. It has very powerful brakes, this unit. Alright, arriving like 10 seconds late, but that does not matter in the slightest. Wow, stops on an absolute dime. What the heck? The other platform, the opposite platform, was where I was actually stuck in the last video because there was a 314 and a 380 in the way. Power! This thing accelerates so fast! Look at that! It's definitely what's needed for these commuter routes, that's for sure. It's faster than even the 314 at stopping and braking. Nope. What? Okay, I thought I was braking for 1 second and I was confused. Oh my gosh, this suspension just jumps the train all over the place. What the heck? Alright, here we go. Queen's Park. I'm glad I took the break for TSW. I was just getting too angry at how Dovetail had announced like TSW5. Oh yeah, we're running early now. We're running early. I don't know how to... One thing I don't know about how to do is extend the gangway. Because the gangway, if you didn't know, actually, like, pops up. So currently it's not a 90-degree angle. It actually pops up so like, this gangway part is a 90-degree angle so it can couple to another train. But I don't know how to do that. So that's interesting. It's your 165 knock you out of the park with the sound mods over here. Let's go. Departing exactly on time. Next stop, Cross Hill in 700 yards. Yeah, look at that. We're already going 30 miles an hour in like 10 seconds. That's insane. I I know TSW has a penchant for making like boring electric multiple units, but sometimes they're fun to drive, and this one is fun to drive. Like, I think my two favorite electric multiple units in this game are the 380, this one, and the Class 710 Aventra from the Goblin line. Look at this. Like, we can run so... We're running so on time. Like, we're running early. Look at this. And you could park it on a dime. Look how tight this is. Oh, man. Wait. Okay, we have to wait for a bit. So yeah, it is a bit of a cramped cabin with a bit of a post box window, but honestly, I don't mind. It's lovely how it is. Turn the cab light on. Why not? The reason I didn't get all the achievements at the start is because I did mess about with this thing for a bit in the training center, just to get a feel of it, and before I started recording. I love the motor sound of this thing. And this, oh, and the other of my favorite electric multiple units is the class. Oh my gosh, 700 from Southeastern High Speed / if you use a mod, the Brighton main line. Do love using mods in TSW. I just hope that the next remaster they do is, what was it? Oh yeah, the Bakerloo line, because that's in bad need of a remaster. Don't know what rolling stock they'd include with it. They wouldn't need to include any new rolling stock because the 1972 tube stock is already like the only train that runs on it. But if we could get like a remastered version of the Bakerloo line, that'd be huge. Okay, so after the next stop, we're coming onto the eastern side of the Cathcart Circle. Whoops, I did not mean to get up out of my chair, that's my bad. Yeah, next stop is Kings Park, and that's on the eastern arm of the Cathcart Circle. I'm also using a mod to make the brake handle less sensitive, because in the default state it's apparently way too sensitive and you can't finesse your brakes like in real life. Oh gosh. There we go. Oh, I'm stuck in a tree. Lovely. One of the big things people are hoping for is for TSW to get updated into Unreal Engine 5. I'd honestly be okay with that. If like the older routes ran Unreal Engine 4 and the new ones ran Unreal Engine 5, I'd be totally okay with that. I mean, it'd probably take a harder hit. My performance would probably take a harder hit, but I'd honestly prefer that if we got better graphics, because the current graphics, despite them being really good, they are beginning to age quite a bit. Like, Unreal Engine 4 is no longer the meta. Oh my gosh, I'm speeding. Here we go. 30 seconds early, coming into Kings Park. What is this flat gravel texture over here? I'm not a fan of that, for sure. Even the best routes are not immune to criticism. You know, we've got a bit until we get to Newton. Croft Foot in 0.7 miles. Oh, there's a sign in the way. This thing is so quick off the mark. I think this is one of the fastest accelerating trains in the game. I was blown away by how fast the Class 700 accelerated when that came out. That was way back in the... That was well over a year ago now. That was just over a year ago. And that was really quick. Now, the 380 is just blows out of the water. I really hope that whatever DGG is planning, that it's not Trains in World 5, or rather like a Rush Hour style update. Everyone remember Trains in World 2 Rush Hour? That was a great update. Like three absolutely brilliant routes: Brighton Main Line, Norfolk, Dresden, and what was it? Oh yes, Bruston Sprinter. 3 routes that are still 3 of my favorite in the game. I hope they do the same thing with this. But I doubt it, because there's been a leaked loading screen of TSW4, and one of the routes that's been leaked is Milton Keynes to Euston, which is not exactly like a rush hour style route, with the Class 350 and Class 390 Pendolino. And that, yeah. So I'm not holding my hopes too high about that. Departing exactly on time, next stop Burnside in 1 mile. The 380 only has services on the Cathcart Circle, but that's pretty realistic, as I think that's the only place it was ever in service on, so makes sense. Don't think the 380 was ever in service with any other operators besides ScotRail. So... Oh, I like Burnside because it has a very distinctive pedestrian bridge. Look at that. There's someone here. Oh. Bit of an early stop, but who cares? Nice distinctive humming. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, I need to check this. Are the springs 3D modeled? Because that is one of my bugbears with a lot of older trains in the game. It looks like they are. That's cool. Alright. Next stop, Kirkhill. Departing exactly 1 second ahead of schedule. Next stop, Kirkhill at 1.4 miles. Then Newton, so only 2 stops left to go. Despite its flaws, I'm a big fan of the 380. But especially with the... I think the only flaw that I have, personally, is that the sounds, default sounds, could have been a tad better, and the gangway gets in the way. But I suppose with that last issue, it's not... That's a design feature of the original train, and not something I could really bash the developers about. Platform on the left side for the first time today. Is that one? Arriving ahead of schedule, as usual. So all we've got now is the pretty short run over to Newton. And then we're done. And then the service is complete. This scenery still is not the best of the Cathcart circle, but I don't care. Move, please. There we go. And I like how the CCTV things turn on and off when it detects you're moving. That's very realistic. I like that. That's very, very good. And look at that, we're already at our, almost at our... Oh, driven 7 miles. Why 7 miles? Why is it... Like, oh my gosh, that's way too much. Looks like... Okay, we do have a 40 limit coming up and a yellow signal, so... AWS. I think I just heard the signal switch over. There was a click sound. That's pretty cool. Alright, here we go. Alright, I think we're going to be on time. We're going to be more than on time. Welcome to Newton, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently with Train Sim 1.5 we are getting a guard mode for all routes. That'll be pretty cool, I suppose. But I probably won't get TSW5 right off the bat. I'll wait until the Union Workshops Tadami line comes out and then get that in whatever version of TSW they'll have by then. Maybe TSW6, who knows. Bit of a late stop, but... Alright. And there we go. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye, and thanks for watching.